That's why you got some feet.
Back again up in the entertaining for you.
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21.
Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Randall McLeod. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Hey, a confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Play action. Here's Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. Sanders a first down, still going. And finally taken down at the 15.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Second and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. Hurts has it left side. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Well, they've got it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. They go play action with Hurts, rolling to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 40, the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. It turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. On the return, Boston Scott. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously, Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Kyler Fackrell, he's the one that got home. Loss of 9. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Throwing is Hurts. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sanders. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They run with Sanders off the option. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Flushed out right. Sanders with a catch along the sideline. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. The point after through the raindrops, something good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Here we go. Here we go. Right now. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Finish it. Step back. Check the end zone. Slam, slam, slam. 19.
They'll try to run with Sanders, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott Good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Herbert on 1st down now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they just had that pick-6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A. For Justin Herbert, we saw the big arm in his days at Oregon, of course. Saw it even more in his rookie season with the Chargers. And if anything, it appears to just continue to get stronger.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. He'll buy some time right. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On first and 10, it's Hurts. And one more time, that's Watkins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Now room for Eckler. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And here's Scott to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second down, back to Sanders. He's got the first down and more past the 40. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. 93 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
They get this out left. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Again, that's Watkins. Touchdown! Chris Watkins. Touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Second and 10. Here's Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and all the for a Charger touchdown.
And, Charles, when you talk about Keenan Allen, you're not necessarily usually talking about that crazy top-end speed, but he does a great job there with the ball in his hands.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And here's Scott to return it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
A throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you...
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end Parham. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Second and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big gain that time for the Chargers. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's got it. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Eckler. And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack. Going to stop him short of the first down. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Michael Badgley now for the Chargers field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. That wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game, and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The tackle made there by Linval Joseph. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Another run here with Sanders. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. The Eagles send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Powers through. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. He's airing it out for Williams. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at 2nd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. Right back to Williams, and this time he's got him. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Another run with Sanders. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 128 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them,